Ready? This is it!
Before I started this video, I would really appreciate it if you like this video and subscribe to the channel, as it does help me out and shows that you like this sort of content. I also want to say thank you so much for 2,000 subscribers. I never thought I would get to this point, and it really means the world that we are, and the fact that we'll only get better and better from here on out. But with that being said, let's get into the video. Who will win in a fight between the likes of Konoha's strongest Kunoichi, Sakura Haruno, and the Byakugan princess, Hinata Hyūga? For this matchup, I will be using both during Shippuden all the way up to their strongest forms, as I will be skipping over part 1, seeing as it easily goes to Hinata no difficulty. Now, starting off with Sakura, her best feats are going up against people such as Sasori, Shin Uchiha, and after unlocking her 100 healings jutsu, she manages to take down a bunch of Ten Tails clones. Keep in mind, when trying to unlock the 100 healings, a ninja must pour a constant amount of chakra into a specific point in their body, in this case Sakura's forehead. After a certain amount of time, the user is granted the ability to go all out, as they are able to use their best techniques with little strain to the body and gain regenerative abilities. Sakura is also shown to be at least on par with Lady Tsunade, if not downright above her. Tsunade is someone who is able to damage Madara and his Susanoo and even clash with Orochimaru. Also, despite the many memes that you've seen on this specific scene, Sakura should be comparable to KCM1 Naruto and EMS Sasuke based on their reactions to her power-up, KCM1 Naruto being able to blitz the 4th Raikage with little issue, swap hands with Edo Itachi, and in Sage Mode was able to dodge as well as take down the Edo version of the 3rd Raikage. While EMS Sasuke should be comparable in strength to Naruto, as well as being able to take down the likes of Danzo prior to gaining the Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan, and briefly being able to take attacks from the 4th Raikage before Gaara was able to stop them. Finally, we have Sakura's efforts against Kaguya, in which she was able to catch Kaguya off guard, allowing Naruto and Sasuke to seal her away with Chibaku Tensei, and even dodge an incoming attack from Kaguya that was acknowledged by Naruto in his Sage 6 Pass mode. However, by no means am I claiming that Sakura at this point is on par with Kaguya, as Kaguya herself didn't even see Sakura as a threat, so she was definitely off guard for this attack, although there is the statement in Naruto the Last that claims that Sakura is on par with Naruto and Sasuke, so take that as you will. One thing I want to point out before moving on to Hinata is that while doing the 100 healings training, Sakura was pretty much nerfed and limited in what she could do for most of Shippuden, as if she messed up even once she would have to do it all over again, showing her immense chakra control throughout. Moving on to Hinata, she doesn't do much aside from struggle against pain, as well as the Ten Tails clones, in which she uses an air palm to push away a Ten Tails hand while being buffed by Naruto's chakra. However, AP is pretty much irrelevant for Hinata anyways, as with her technique / ability to close off chakra points with her 8 trigrams. It pretty much would be a win con for her against Sakura, as my guy states that this is something nobody in the Narutoverse can train to be able to withstand. We also have her gentle step Twin Lion Fist technique, with which Hinata gains immense chakra control, as without it the technique would not work, but it does come with the advantage of draining the opponent's chakra with each strike. This technique is also improved in Naruto the Last after being given chakra from Hammer Otsutsuki, increasing its power even further. So realistically, this is a battle of speed, as if Hinata is able to seal off Sakura's chakra points fast enough, then this would easily go to her. So then the question boils down to, does Hinata have the speed to put down Sakura? For me at least, I'd say no, as like I've said before, Hinata doesn't do much in Shippuden aside from striking Pain in the face in an attempt to save Naruto while he's off guard, being able to parry Neji's strikes in part 1 and fight off Toneri's puppets in the last. Meanwhile, Sakura is pretty consistently compared to characters like KCM1 Naruto, EMS Sasuke, and Lady Tsunade, not to mention being arguably on the tier of Otsutsuki in terms of power and speed, as I mentioned Shin Uchiha earlier, who was able to go up against Naruto and Sasuke in their prime, beating them up pretty badly until Sakura comes in, blitzes him, and proceeds to swap hands with him before needing the aid of Sasuke. Keep in mind, these versions of Naruto and Sasuke can be argued to be weaker or stronger than the war arc self, seeing as the promotional material for Naruto the Last states that Toneri is the strongest villain Naruto has ever went up against, whereas in the Boruto manga it states that Kaguya is the strongest. However, a base Naruto was able to react to fuse Momoshiki before going all out with the aid of Sasuke, and Momoshiki is someone who is capable of handling Kaguya pretty easily prior to fusing with Kinshiki, with Kaguya needing an entire army to even stand a chance against them. Some fans may argue that since Kaguya needed to be sealed away rather than being defeated the normal way like Momoshiki, that would make her stronger than him. However, I'd refute that by stating that the cast was simply not strong enough in order to destroy her completely, thus needing to rely on Chibaku Tensei to seal her away. I've also seen people bring up her fight with Ishiki and how he ended up on death's door, while also keeping in mind how badly he destroyed Naruto and Sasuke in each of their encounters before Baryon mode. But but you could just chalk this up to Kaguya either catching Ishiki off guard, or simply that Ishiki was much weaker at this time. Thus, this could all be taken to prove that Sakura as an adult is on the Otsutsuki tier in the verse, or simply could be just taken as a outlier on her end. One may also argue that Hinata could win, seeing as she has access to the Byakugan, which provides 350-degree vision around the user and allowing them to see their opponent's chakra points, with the other 10 degrees being unusable, which is where the neck area is, showing a small weak spot, which could be used to argue that she may be able to see Sakura's attacks coming. However, the dojutsu is only as useful as its user, meaning that even if the user can see the attack coming, if the body is not able to react or move in time, it's not all that useful. A big example of this being Sasuke and the Sharingan being blitzed by people like Haku, Killer Bee, Rock Lee, and even Naruto. I'm using the Sharingan in this example as it's usually compared to the Byakugan in terms of perception throughout the series, for anyone who may comment about that. But an even better example would be Neji versus QB Amp Naruto going blow for blow in their fight at the tuning exams, thus showing that despite the better sensory abilities the Byakugan provides, if the opponent is comparable, or in this case stronger and faster than you, then the Byakugan really can't help you out there. With all that in mind, I believe Sakura should handle this fight pretty easily. If we use beginning of Shippuden, Hinata takes this mid difficulty. However, the fight starts to shift in Sakura's favor when we get into the war arc and beyond, aka the Boruto era. However, despite the power and speed gap that these two may share later on in the series, it doesn't stop Hinata from having a very big win con, regardless of that being the fact that she can shut off Sakura's chakra points. But let me know what you think in the comments below, as I'm pretty sure I did skip over some light novel and filler arc feats that I didn't feel like mentioning. Finally, thanks to all of the 89 of you that voted on the poll. It means a lot to me, and if you did enjoy this, it does mean the world that you like and sub, like I said before. But with that being said, I've been Jojo, your host, and I'm out.